What is up, good people? Walking into the Week 13 Sunday morning slate of games, and I'm here to answer your questions as best as I can. Doing it live like we always do. Matchups on screen. Of course, that Thursday night game is out of the way, but we've got the matchups right here. We're digging into your Q&A. We're going to do a little news first, and the Fantasy Football Show begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live!
Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com news desk, here is your breaking news.
Yo, welcome to the show. Appreciate you all being here, and just want to break a few pieces of news here just to rest everybody's mind, put everybody at ease. Devon Achane active for Week 13. Get him in your lineups. Don't hesitate. Don't stutter. Don't drop the ball. Chris Olave active for Week 13. Both these guys active for Week 13. Chris Olave cleared the concussion protocol. We love to hear that. Chris Olave cleared the protocol. He's good to go. Get Olave back in your lineup. Devon Achane, the man, the myth, the legend, returns to fantasy football lineups this week. And then we've got, that's Chris Olave again. Hey, Chris Olave, he celebrated one more time. Where's this other piece of news? There was another piece of news I wanted to throw up. Then I got to read a few things off. Breece Hall active for Week 13, so he's good to go in your lineups. Don't worry about that. Let me read everything else off that might be relevant to everybody. Okay, so we got Achane, we got Olave, we got Zeke Elliott active, Breece Hall active, Dalton Schultz is inactive for Week 13, so that is not good news. We knew that though walking into last night. McBride active, Trey McBride for the Cardinals active. Hollywood Brown active against the Steelers. Keenan Allen active. Keenan Allen active. Treylon Burks concussion expected to play. Dak Prescott is expected to negotiate his contract. That's irrelevant, but for the moment, but at least we read it. Let's see. Breece Hall hamstring expected to play. Aaron Rodgers Achilles is not expected to be cleared if the Jets are out of playoff contention. Jonathan Taylor reports Jonathan Taylor's thumb is expected to miss 3 to 5 weeks. I was gonna go live. We're gonna go live on that. Man, that's awful news. I'm gonna probably create a separate video on that so it's compartmentalized. But this is horrible news. I'll put this on screen. This broke earlier this morning. Jonathan Taylor expected to miss 3 to 5 weeks. This is kind of what we expected at the beginning, and everybody kept saying, "Oh, it's gonna be 2 to 3 weeks." It's not gonna be 2 to 3 weeks. And now we're looking at a lot longer. So here it is, 3 to 5 weeks. JT, obviously, what's going on with the team and the record and all that's going to definitely indicate whether he comes back too, because they're not going to rush back a man they just shoveled a bunch of money into. So horrible news for anybody that's got JT. Let's get to, let's see here, Bryce Young looking for an offensive-minded head coach to replace Reich. Noah Brown is expected to play Week 13. We knew that last night. Keenan Allen. Okay, I think we're caught up on some of that news. Let's get to some of your questions. Let me get to some of the super chats. First super chat of the day gets a quick standing go on Sunday because we're in short time crunch here. PPR, Ridley or Achane. I'm going Achane personally, but you're not crazy to go either one. They're both fantastic. They both could be top 5 at their position at any moment. Start 3: Mostert, Achane, Hall, Moss, Warren. I'm not sitting Achane just to help everybody out. I'm not sitting Achane for anybody that's not a top 5 running back. You know what I mean? So just getting that out there because I'm going to get asked a lot of silly, ridiculous Achane. Not that this is Cam. You got some options here. You're just throwing it out there so I know what's going on. Plus, it does help to know like you've got Mostert and Achane. This is a very helpful addition here. But I'm just saying, if someone sends me a 1-for-1, hey, you starting Achane or you starting Deontay Johnson? You're gonna get a lap button. Mostert, Achane, Hall. How do you sit Mostert or Achane? To me, it's Mostert, Achane, Moss. There's not much of a debate. I love Hall, but I can't sit Mostert because I want to start that backfield in its entirety. I hate sitting Hall. I hate sitting him, and that could come back to bite you on any given week, but the offense is kind of putrid. So it's like, are you going to ride and die Hall all year? Because then you'll be okay, because you'll get the big pop-off games. But will you play matchups? Maybe. And you're going to probably sit him at the wrong time. It's just the nature of doing that. Smitty, do I start Achane or Gibbs? I'm already starting Bijan and Zach Moss. I'm starting personally, and you can do what you want, and I'm not saying Zach Moss won't have a great day, but I'm starting Gibbs, Achane, and Bijan personally, but that's just me. Trust your gut on that. I'm not sitting Achane. I'm just not. I'm not sitting Gibbs. I'm just not doing it. Need upside Minshew or Kyler? I'd probably say Kyler. Minshew's pretty safe though. He's not bad. He's not a bad play. Phone lines are open.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
We're literally there's no way we're doing more than 30 seconds. I'm literally hanging up on you. I'm gonna answer as fast as I can. There's no roster breakdowns, anything like that. $10 holler. Appreciate Charles for the moonshot. $10 holler. My boy Charles, where you at? Where you at? There you are. 0.5 need to flex Monty. Need two flexes. Monty, Brees, Javonte, or Pacheco. I'm going Pacheco and Monty. That's pretty easy. Also, would you go Dell or Olave? I'm probably going to go. Currently have Dell and St. I probably go Dell, but bro, I don't know. That's super tough. Dell Olave, you wish you would have got out of that in a trade, man. That's going to haunt you every week. I'd probably go Dell, but where's Olave fit in your wide receiver rankings from last night? Probably around like 7, 8, 9. If I had to guess, that's a good question. Very, very good question. That video I posted before Olave was cleared. Chuba Hubbard, Deontay Johnson, T. Higgins, or Muth in the flex. I'd probably say, probably I guess Hubbard. I feel like he'll get work, so that's kind of I guess how I would treat that. Let's go to Jay. You're live, Jay. You got 30 seconds and 30 seconds only.
All right, what's up, Smitty? Ayuk or Puka?
Actually, I'm gonna even do less than 30 seconds. So I'm just gonna fire it off and I'll hit you. Ayuk or Puka? Pretty close, man. Pretty even, Steven type of question. I mean, honestly, I think they could score the same. They could definitely be similar. Ayuk's a little safer. Puka's got some risk of when's he going to bounce back and get through that little like rookie wall. It could be another week. It could be this week. Anytime you sit Puka, you're running the risk of sitting a player that's going to do really, really well. But Ayuk, I'd say, is a tad bit safer. Go Ayuk, Jay. Good luck. Appreciate you, pal. Draven, you got 30 seconds or less.
Falcons defense against the Jets or Coach defense against the Titans?
Whoever's got the show in the background, please turn it down. It's echoing madly, or just mute yourself. I'm sorry. Tennessee against the Colts, and what else?
So Coach defense against the Titans?
Yeah.
Or Falcons defense against the Jets?
Probably gonna go. Give me the Colts D. I get that either one of them could have a solid day or a bad day, but I'd probably roll with. I just think the Colts are a little craftier. All right, Draven, appreciate you. Good luck today. I hope you win your matchup, bro. Let's go to Balake. Balake, you're live.
Well, what's up? Hey, Higgins, Boyd, or Dillon this week?
Higgins, Boyd, or Dillon. I'm probably going to go, jeez. Let me grab this schedule. Higgins, Boyd, or Dillon. I'm probably going to go Dillon.
Okay.
I'm probably going to go Dillon,
right.
but I mean, Higgins, Boyd could either one have. I don't think I consider Boyd. Who's got the show echo in the background? I don't know what that is. Let me hang up. Block it. I don't know if that's okay. Block. I appreciate you, bro. Later. I'm gonna go. Bye. I'm gonna go Dillon. Austin from AZ, you're live. Go. You got 10 seconds, Austin.
Pick 4 out of Godwin or Rashee Rice, Ridley, ETN, Kamara, Bijan, Olave.
Rice, Ridley, ETN, Kamara, and who?
Bijan and Olave.
Bijan, Olave. Okay, I'm gonna go Kamara for sure, Bijan for sure. Rice is good, but I don't think he can crack this. Probably Olave, and it's in between ETN and Ridley. ETN's kind of banged up, so maybe safer plays Ridley if it's PPR or half PPR. ETN is like your higher risk, higher reward play.
It's a standard.
Yeah, I guess I go ETN, but by a hair, bro. You could go Ridley and ETN if you're a little worried about Olave, but he just had the concussion and he got cleared, so it's not like he's struggling with some sort of weird, calf injury or something like that. So I'd probably say standard non PPR, bro.
Yeah, like touchdown premium.
Your grandma, your great grandfather in this league. What's going on? Non PPR. What are you playing in? Non PPR. I guess ETN in that case over Ridley, I suppose. But that's tough. That's a tough one. You're gonna get that wrong 50% of the time. I hate to tell you. Austin, appreciate you. Julio from Cali, you've got 10 seconds. Go.
Star 3. I got Debo, Ridley, Chase, or Olave.
Debo, Ridley, Chase, Olave. I hate to say this. I probably sit Jamar Chase. His offense is just, I don't know. That's a tough one. If I was going to start Chase, if you couldn't bring yourself to sit him, I guess I would sit Ridley, but that's tough, bro. I personally would sit Chase. I know you're running the risk on that, but it is what it is. You got 4 really good options. I think at the end of the day, they all could score very, very similar. But this is the guy that has no quarterback. I don't know.
So it's the Chase?
I guess you could say the same thing about Olave at times, but yeah. All right, bro. Appreciate you. Later. All right. I sit Chase. Jay, you got one last question. Jay, go. All right. Jay was there. Balake, 10 seconds. I don't know if my phone line broke or whatever. All right. Let me hit these super chats here and get these bad boys out of the way. All right. Torch, my guy, $2 holler. Higgins, Ridley, Monty, Brees, and Swift. Start 3. Higgins, Ridley, Monty, Brees, and Swift. I'm probably going to say, first of all, Higgins isn't in this conversation. Ridley, Monty, Brees, and Swift. I'm going to go Ridley, Monty, and Swift. I'm tempted to go Brees. If you wanted to swap one out, I'd swap out Brees and Swift. Because Swift's got a tough matchup. So if you're feeling like you want a home run swinger, go with Brees Hall instead of Swift. If you want a little bit more safe play, but like the upside's capped a little bit, go Swift. Thank you, Torch. Appreciate you. Frost with the $2 holler. Need one. Garrett Wilson, Chase, or Watson. Garrett Wilson, Chase, or Watson. I'm probably going to go. In this situation, I probably would go Chase. But because there's question marks surrounding that entire group, there's some upside too, though. Start T. Higgins, Rice, or Hollywood. I'm going to go Rice. Rashee Rice is potentially going to just be very solid down the stretch. T-Law or Stroud. I can't sit Stroud. Singletary or Garrett Wilson. I honestly would probably roll a Singletary for safety. Garrett Wilson for high upside, but bigger risk. Singletary seems safer. Rice or Pickens. Give me Rice. Rice is on a tear. Just get it done. Appreciate you. Pick 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. Bijan and Gibbs, easy. Ridley and Evans, easy. And your tough call is Collins or Hall. Collins is safer. Hall is higher risk, higher upside. Maybe not even higher upside, to be honest. Collins could have 140 and a touch, at any moment. I'd probably lean Collins in PPR, but bro, that's one that's gonna bite you half the time because Brees Hall is gonna do well half the time. He's gonna have 100 yards and a touch one game and have 4 points the next game. That's just the nature of the stupid offense that Robert Saleh's got going on, where he refuses to operate it in a winning way. Love or Wilson? Give me Jordan Love, but close. Taysom Hill or McBride? Now that Olave's playing, I still like Taysom Hill, but I might lean toward McBride a little bit. But Taysom's like higher upside, higher risk. If you want like a bigger ceiling, go Taysom Hill. He could have 2 touchdowns. He could have 2 touchdowns and 50 total yards, like something like that. Big upside, big swing, big risk, Taysom Hill. So pick your poison there. Pick your poison. Depends what you need, young man. Depends what you need. All right. A few more calls real quickly. Dial in, dial in, dial in. Nobody plays standard scoring, but I have no issues, says Isan. I just don't know why you would play in a scoring format. Like if you're the commissioner, I realize some people are beholden to the commissioner, right? They don't have another league where there's 8 guys that want to play, 10 guys, 12 guys, whatever. Most non-PPR leagues are 8-man leagues and 10-man leagues. You'll almost never find a group of 12 individuals that play in a non-PPR. It's always a 10-man league because the guys have been doing it forever and they can barely get and field a whole 8 to 10 group, you know. Let's go live to Austin. Austin, what's up? Make it quick, Austin.
Another one. This is a PPR league for you. I've got Gibbs, Bijan, Ridley, Rice, and H-Chain in my starting lineup right now. Would you sub any of those guys out for Brees or Christian Watson?
No. I mean, Brees Hall is tempting.
I was mostly between Brees and A-Chain or Brees and
No,
Bijan because of the matchups.
I'm not sitting A-Chain, bro. A-Chain's top. You have Gibbs is a top 5 to 7 running back. A-Chain's a top 2 to 5 running back. Brees has the ability to be a top 5 running back. He could be outside the top 15. Rice is pretty steady. It's PPR, so I like him there. Bijan, the way I'm sitting him, I'm sitting Brees Hall over these 4. Unfortunately, if you were to sit anybody for Brees, it would have to be Rashee Rice, though, in my opinion.
You wouldn't do Christian Watson over Rice, though?
I mean, could it work out? Sure. I love Watson. But he is going to be more inconsistent for sure. But there's no way I'm sitting H-Chan, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right, later, bro. The thing that I don't understand, this is not angled toward him, but the thing I don't understand about some of the H-Chan questions with alternatives that have risk, like let's say the Brees H-Chan example. Well, I'm a little worried about H-Chan's workload. Aren't you worried about Brees Hall's workload? You know, isn't Brees Hall's workload and his offensive inefficiency more of a concern than maybe H-Chan comes back and then they don't play him as much? Like, that's the part that's head-scratching to me. Someone says they want to sit H-Chan for Kyron, then you're like, okay. Like, I can understand it. But, like, H-Chan for a player that has as much risk, it's a little different risk. Purdue. What's up, Purdue? Marsman, Purdue. Haven't heard from you in a while.
Smitty. Good to see you, or good to chat. I'm in an elimination league, so I'm last 3 teams remaining. So there's a ton of guys on the wire. It's a big lineup. I'm not sure who to start for my receivers. So I've got Amon-Ra St. Brown right now, Pittman in the lineup, Dell and Ridley. But on my bench, I've got Devontae Smith and Ayuk, and I don't know if I'm making the right call here. I need to get as many points as possible. Can you help me out here?
Yeah, you should have made a trade.
Well, no. It's an elimination.
Oh,
Teams
okay.
get eliminated every week.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. Damn. Yeah, this gets harder each week then if you're adding players to the arsenal over and over. Look, I could totally burn myself on this one and regret it, but I don't start Pittman over Devonta Smith. But okay. I know the matchup is solid. I get it, but I love Devonta Smith. I still think this is going to be an exciting game. But like Ayuk also has the potential. Like I don't sit Amon. I don't sit Dell. You wouldn't be crazy to go Devonta Smith and Ayuk over Pittman and Ridley. You also wouldn't. There's really no answer here. I can only ask the chat to vote so you get some sort of average. But the combination of Pittman, Ridley, Devonta Smith, and Ayuk, Dell and Amon-Ra are locks for me. These guys are locks. I'm gonna box them out. They're locks. But
the calf made me nervous. But yeah, I put him in.
So everybody in the chat, please vote. Pittman, Ridley, Ayuk, Devonta Smith. Rank them, please, for last Purdue. Pittman, Ridley, Devonta Smith, Ayuk. I got to run to the next caller and all the super chats. Hurry up. What do you got?
All right. I was just saying Pittman just because he's got so many receptions over the last number of weeks.
I know.
8 So
Yeah.
that's why it's hard to.
So let's see what the chat does.
but,
Go with what the chat does because it's pretty even. So Pittman, Ridley, Devonta
right.
Smith, Ayuk. Please rank those. Pittman, Ridley, Devonta Smith, Ayuk. Please rank them in the chat for Last Purdue. He's a Mars man extraordinaire.
Thanks.
Call in more often, bro. Love you, pal.
Appreciate you.
Later.
I will.
All right, got to hit these supers here. They piled up very quickly. Black Hallow, I'm going to close the phone line for now because I have to answer these. I got Perps coming on with a $20 hauler. I've got Rick Moore coming in with a $20 hauler. I got Lego Batman, who we've been waiting to jump into the building. Lego Batman, he had one job to do last week. One job to do. That's all. He brought him to the field. Lego Batman, appreciate you finding Achane. It was not easy with him being so small. He says he's good for 15-plus points today. He knows the consequences if he doesn't perform. Lego Batman to the freaking moon. Lego Batman, appreciate you. He is our resident, go find him, Gotham City absolute gem.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Lego Batman, appreciate you, my guy. You are the man, the myth, the legend. Perps with a $20 hauler.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Perps, my man, Perps. Perps, he says, flex 2. Cooper, Downs, Deontay, Noah Brown, Dotson. Oh, I think I probably go. Chat, can I get a chat vote on this one? Because this one's really, really hard. Pick 1 wide receiver and 2 flex. Cooper, Downs, Deontay, Noah Brown, Dotson. I think because Noah Brown's playing and he's been pretty steady, I'd probably go Noah Brown. I'd probably go Cooper. I'd probably go Downs. But please let me know if the chat disagrees. So he's picking 3. Pick 1 wide receiver and 2 flex. So Amari Cooper, Downs, Deontay, Noah Brown, Dotson. Please vote on that one. It's right here on screen. I'll leave it up for a second. I'm gonna go Noah Brown, Cooper, Downs, personally. Thank you, Perps. And this $20 hauler.
Alert. Super chat alert.
$20 hauler from Rick Moore. Non-PPR pick 2 flex from Hall, Javonte, Reed, or even Muth. I probably go Hall and Reed. But I do like Javonte a little bit, but I do go Hall and Reed. I think they're probably the best 2 options. Appreciate Perps for the $20 Rick Moore and Lego Batman. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you very much. And what did the chat end up saying on this Perps one? Let's see. Let me drag these over on screen here. Anthony, thank you for your super chat. Photo, appreciate your $5 hauler. And Rock with the $10 hauler. Appreciate you, my man. Let me get to these and then see what else we got cooking. Okay, what's the chat saying? Cooper, Downs, Brown. Achane can cost you a game. Thanks, David. This is the biggest Achane hater you'll ever see, so just ignore everything he says about Achane because he doesn't own him and he just gets really upset. And whenever you talk about Achane, he comes in like he's got some insider information on it and just says he'll lose you a league. Stay away from him. Don't play. Like, what's so weird about this? Is why this would be your purpose. Like, you come into a live stream and you got a lot of conversation going around. Why is the only thing you're saying for people to avoid a player you don't have? Like, what is your objective other than to try and cause turmoil? Like, why be in here to talk about players you don't have? Wouldn't you want to talk about players that are on your team? Hey, what do you think of this guy? Hey, I got Dell and Collins. Who do I start? Instead, you're just sitting here waiting, David. Just waiting and waiting and waiting. Once Achane's mentioned, your only purpose is, guys, whatever you do, don't go near Achane. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anthony, Pittman or Chase in my flex? Probably Pittman. I don't trust Chase right now. This one right here is from Black Hollow, Breece Hall or Achane. Monica, appreciate you. Pick 2, Chase, Dell, Christian Watson, Noah Brown, Dobbs. Chase and Dell probably, but if you didn't trust Chase, you could go Dell and Watson. I wouldn't think that's crazy. Noah Brown and Dell. Dell's definitely a lock. I'd probably say Jamar Chase, give him the nod over those options. Thank you, Perps. I think a lot of votes came in on that, so you should feel a little confident in the group vote. Hopefully the group vote strays you right. Take the group vote into account more than mine, honestly, because they're 50-50 calls. 10-man non-PPR grandpa league. Start 2 running backs. Achane, Gibbs, Eckler, pick 3. Achane, Gibbs, Eckler, pick 3. Or start 2 running backs. Achane and Gibbs for me. But, Eckler's, how do you sit Eckler? 3 wide receivers, Chase, Olave, Debo, Waddle. I'd probably say Chase, Olave, Debo. But if you were scared about Chase, Waddle's fine. But I don't know how you start just 2 of those RBs. Arak, you should have made a trade. Smitty, I'm a huge Niner fan, and it's hard to sit Ayuk with Purdy being my QB as well. Please pick 2 for non-PPR. Really, Olave, Ayuk. Trust your gut if you like Ayuk this week. I'd probably say Olave and Ayuk is plenty safe. They're all 3 very, very close, Photo. I wish I could tell you, oh, you definitely want to go, but these are 3 neck and neck wide receivers. Can I get a chat to vote on this one, please? Ridley, Olave, Ayuk. Please rank for Photo. Ridley, Olave, Ayuk. He needs your help. Achane hate is so freaking funny, man. It makes me laugh. Muth or Hill, running back Achane or Bijan. I'm going to go, I'd probably go Bijan if you're petrified, Swavey. If you like rolling dice, Achane's a huge play, but you could just say I'm going to go Bijan this week. But, sitting one of these is a mistake. I don't know what your other option is, but you should be starting Bijan and Achane. I'd probably go Taysom Hill over Muth if you want high ceiling, if you want safety and a floor. Probably lower chance of points, or lower chance of huge points, but a safer baseline than Muth. But I think Hill does have more upside. And I'd probably go Chase over Watson, but that one's close. We've had that a couple times already. I don't think anybody's crazy if we're going Watson over Chase, but Chase, I probably would roll Chase. Sit 1 out of these wide receivers, or Garrett Wilson, Puka, Olave. I'd probably say Garrett Wilson over Puka, Olave, and Singletary. For my second point PPR league, Garrett Wilson or Downs. Downs is probably a tad safer. Garrett Wilson's higher risk, higher reward. You could sit Wilson here and start him here, but then you don't have Downs, and Downs goes off, you'll be pissed. But at least you could start Garrett Wilson here and not have that regret if he goes nuts. But Downs is hard to sit. Downs is pretty solid, but Garrett Wilson's, I'd probably go Garrett Wilson in that second one just to give yourself that Garrett Wilson advantage somewhere if he does well. Standard pick 2, Debo, Ridley, Olave. I'd probably go, this is again the same question we had almost a second ago. If you guys could please vote in order, Debo, Ridley, Olave. Debo, Ridley, Olave. If it was me, I'd probably say Debo and Ridley by a hair. But that's really, really close. Super close, man. Guys, I will see you all. I got to jump about 5-10 minutes early. I got this yard stuff going on. I got to set 10 lineups that I haven't done yet. I appreciate every single one of you. You guys absolutely rock. I'll see you all for the wrap-up after the games. Probably after the Sunday evening game, unless we got a reason to come in and do a double dance, a double celebration. You know me. I'll do 2 lives if I need to. But I'll see you all after the games for the recap. Appreciate you all. Have a great Sunday, and hit that like button on your way out the door.